tied to the fucking railroad track, right? And it's like you can't turn. You don't want it to happen, but you can't not look. So that's probably what's going to be happening here.
We start with the structure and then it just falls apart.
So the structure is, yeah. The Ascertainers are Mark and Jim. That's Mark.
Hello, everyone.
And I'm Jim. Sweet intro. Anyway, today is a big day because we have a very special guest that are joining us. They are a guest as an entity, but it's two guys. We didn't talk pronouns, but I'm assuming, yeah? Okay, good. Yep, we're on board there. And to pay homage to our friends from Think Drink Disney. That's the podcast that's here. Yeah. I'm going to channel my inner Matt G.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Listen. By the way,
look at how happy.
By the way, we're already sidetracked. Did you hear that guy? That's a guy. That's not an AI. That's a fucking dude. Anyway,
it sound like that.
That is Matt G. Yeah. So I'm going to try to, now that they know your voice. This is going to be bad, but. I'm going to introduce our guests in their bailiwick or their milieu. I don't know what either of those
Way to
words
pull up
mean.
the vocabulary.
Yeah, I got a lot of Scrabble points. We're not playing Scrabble. So today, Formula One meets the dirt track of the county fair. Quality visits quantity. The tuxedo hangs out with the tank top, and the Jetsons stop by the Flintstones just to say hello. We want to welcome our very special guests, Think Drink Disney. And we couldn't be more happy to have them here. And with that, I'd like to have you guys maybe just introduce yourselves and say hello.
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. It's me, Matt G. from Think Drink Disney.
It's so good.
Wow, that's so professional.
It's so good.
It's like, don't make me stand up right now. It's going to be embarrassing.
Yeah. I'm going to turn my mic off.
Knock the table over. Jesus.
We could just leave, dude.
Strap in for a long episode.
You're welcome. We don't like to say any word strap on this thing either way. All right.
And this is I'd like to call him my co-host, but he likes to be referred to as a guest host.
That's too much responsibility for me. I don't want that title. I'm cool just because it gives me a chance to be like, you know what, I'm busy that day. You call someone else. And co-host feels like it's you taking over my life. I don't want to be a part of that.
That's fair. I don't want to pigeonhole you like that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate someday maybe.
Yeah, but fuck you. So this is my
the
co-host.
price is
right.
Lance.
Yes.
Who has been in, I would say, like 95% of the episodes of Think Drink Disney.
Yeah, absolutely. But probably about that. I think like maybe 5 episodes I haven't done of, we just recorded 49th, I think, or 48,
49.
Something like that, yesterday. So, very fortunate to be part of it.
Yeah.
You guys are at 49 too?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Oh.
We do it bi-weekly. It's once every 2
man.
weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
not as often as you guys.
And yours are
we throw
also,
on our crap every week.
Yeah, we're like... real prolific that way, kind of like people that anyway yours aren't longer.
Anybody got a yardstick?
Yeah,
yours are.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, I think a yardstick ought to just about cover it from the sounds of that voice anyway. But we so what I wanted to do, I thought what I would do, because I'm a big fan of the Dale Carnegie How to Win Friends and Influence People, I thought it would be good for me and Mark and I,
I'm telling your mom,
to say what we like about your podcast.
Oh, that might be too much for my ego. I don't know.
Well,
you know what?
Mark, you want to start?
I want to hear it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got a few things here. I think I probably put more into this than Mark did, but fitting. Anyway, you guys are professionals. You sound like what we wish we sounded like from a polish and preparation. I'll tell you specifically, your intro and your outro, bang on, consistent, well thought out, descriptive. You know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
Your shout outs at the very end. I mean, we'll do shout outs all day, but we kind of tuck them in, so you got to listen to the whole goddamn thing, right? So, Mark, what do you got? We'll throw a couple back and forth here.
No, I like the information that you get. Up was my favorite Disney movie.
Oh, really?
So I don't know where that falls.
it was a very popular episode.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
was.
I just think the information is great. Amount of research you guys put into it. So
It helps to have a good, like, solid base of information in your brain already. Like, to be an absolute relentless Disney nerd,
Mm-hmm.
it's not as much research as you might think.
I
Well,
agree.
I'm going to get to that as a question later
Sure.
because I'm very interested in that. One thing I like about yours and I also like about our podcast is that, in fact, I mean, I've known Matt. I've known Matt for longer than Matt and I met probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And we kind of ran into each other. I just didn't know that was
We've
Think
been in the
Disney,
same
Matt.
Venn diagram
Right.
of people for a while.
Yeah, true. Venn diagram. That's the guy from the Fast and Furious movies, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Same guy.
so I like the fact that neither of us are political.
No.
And in fact, I've known you for a long time.
Yeah.
I A, don't know, and B, don't give a shit your political views. I know you have them. I have them like crazy. This ain't the place. And I think
Exactly.
that's probably a calculated choice on your part and certainly on our part.
Yeah.
We kind of want to keep it positive and all that kind of stuff. There's plenty of time for that, but I really, we have a mutual acquaintance that you know very well
Yeah, absolutely.
where he stands. And
Yeah.
I think we don't even gotta, but and that's cool. That's fine. But
Yeah,
it also kind of is off-putting to people that don't think that way.
That's
And
the
it's
thing
like,
too.
yeah.
It's who you are, not what you believe. Like that's what really kind of makes what friendships are and what makes them important. Because religion and politics is one of those things. It's a slippery slope. You got to be very careful about it because that can make or break friendships and
Yep.
break apart families too, for the most part.
Right. And what's funny is I think Mark and I are on the religion thing very opposed, but we just kind of make fun of each other that way.
Mm.
And it's like, yeah, well,
usually
It
the
doesn't- it
making
doesn't
fun
hurt
is
me.
one way on that.
what's that?
You always make fun of me.
Just because you're not getting to heaven doesn't. Oh, we're not bringing that up.
Oh no.
Anyhow, some other things, the structure, the sound quality, oh my God. And then, the content. It's a well thought out, and it is it's like a master class. It's like a TED Talk, and we're kind of like a fucking TikTok video. Some chick dancing with a spatula or something,
Yeah.
in her little kitchen.
It does help to have interest in the source material, which makes it a lot more fun because it's just two friends having a conversation about something we both love and can appreciate. So
While
that's
drinking lots of alcohol.
Oh, we are definitely not sober
Yeah,
when we're doing it.
we're pretty geared up for tonight. I wish it was a blizzard out or something right now because we're stocked
Yeah.
up today.
Pretty sure Matt and I started breakfast. We went to Newt's earlier for lunch, and we started. Our breakfast was an old fashioned.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
Yes.
Start of the day.
Breakfast of Champions right there, little maker's mark to start your day. You really can't ruin a Sunday after
It was a great place. I've never been there before.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. The food was killer. Ashley, our server, obviously as well, was phenomenal.
Look at him go.
I'm just loving the place. I'm loving it so much. I think I'm going to become a regular. I'm close enough to where I live now. I have no excuses not to return.
Yeah, and you know Sarah, so
They're stealing our.
Oh, we
Sponsor.
locked on the sponsorship. I
Hey,
saw two that
they
today.
clicked on your link, not ours. This is all. This is all for you guys.
No, but it's great. It's a small world because of the kind of the diagram of people that we just know just from living in this area for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And Newt's is Newt's. We do want to do a special shout out though. Apparently, the best night to go to Newt's is now Monday night. It's I forget what the special was. Was it like
$3 pint cans. I think is what it
$3
was.
pounders basically?
Yeah.
So if you like yourself a Coors Light or a
Matt's the responsible. He actually took a picture of the happy hour menu.
attaboy,
He
do you mind?
planned ahead. This is
I do, yeah.
that's the brains of the operation.
Could we ask you to recite what?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
yeah.
That's why I took it. I just wanted to. I was going to do it a little
See,
bit more subtly. So thanks for outing me on that one.
Let me add that to the list of things I like about Think Drink Disney. They're like smart and they have foresight and thought and shit like that.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure that the specials were out there, and Lance is 100% correct. It's $3 pint cans on Mondays.
Nailed it. That's the server in me right there. It's a ridiculous memory.
Tuesdays half price pitchers. Wednesday.
Pitcher night. It's
Pitcher, yeah,
literally
pitcher.
like for what you would pay for 2 beers, you're getting a pitcher of beer.
Jesus.
It's phenomenal.
Hell of a value for the money.
Yeah. I
On
think.
Wednesday we got half price wine. If you're into wine, so it's probably teacher's night, I would imagine.
I don't like wine. Oh wait a minute, that was supposed to be wine.
Thursday,
Get with them all, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a delay in my mind. That was really funny though. I didn't get it right away.
What kind of wine goes with ham? Actually, I heard a guy at Lakeville Liquor, the
Yeah.
one on Galaxy, And I tried to make a joke, and it was freaking landed so
You're like
flat.
dead
He goes, "What kind of wine goes with ham?" And I go, "We're out of ham." And they both looked at me like I had like fucking two heads.
That's awesome.
Anyway, then I put my pants back on and went home. Thursday
So
night.
you're going to be interrupted.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
all
You
the
just
time.
did.
He's listened to episodes.
Initiated.
Coordinating a 4-person conversation is incredibly difficult, so everybody's going to get interrupted at some point.
it's
I'm
hard
not
enough-
taking any offense. Like,
It's hard
jump
enough
in.
wrangling me in, I'm sure, just him and I.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's
It's like,
I actually have a lasso around
Yeah.
Lance's ankle while we're recording and
Woo.
just yank on it.
Ooh, we have an invention for that. Anyway.
And when I say ankle,
Yeah.
oh sorry,
His neck ankle.
that's where it dangles.
That's the neck is the ankle of the head, if you think about it.
Oh my God.
I was actually referring below the waist. But moving on.
So Thursday.
So Thursday, we're talking about 250 Coors Light and Macmillan Light taps.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. All right. We're gonna
Oh my
go to
God,
high
I'm
note.
crying right now. What is happening?
Tell me about Thursday again. I'm sorry, I was laughing too much.
It was 250. Sorry, 250 beers, PBR 16-ounce cans and Coors Light, Macmillan Light taps. Friday they've got $5 White Claws. You know, if you're into things that taste like TV static. And Saturday all day happy hour, $3 rail drinks and whatnot. And Sunday they do Bloody Marys and mimosas. Very, very affordable.
Oh, by the way, we're doing a matinee.
We are.
This is it's actually a Matt and Lance, but anyway, we have
Hey.
never recorded in the daytime. It's kind of you guys. Do you do yours normally? Do you do them at day or at night?
Normally late at night.
Okay.
Our typical start time is about 1 a.m. and then we finish up about 3:30, 4 a.m.
There you go. Yeah. So it just kind of feel weird.
It does.
Yeah.
It feels like
It does.
it's like
There's daylight
spring
coming
all
through
of a
the
sudden.
window.
Yeah.
What do I do with all this energy that I have, you know?
So thank you for Newt's. I think Newt's has officially been sponsored and plugged, as they say, as Corey said today. We saw Corey today.
Did
Corey
you earn your sponsorship?
we like to think so. Yeah, I feel like the guy in the beginning of. At the end of Saving Private Ryan, you know, did I earn this? You know, but anyway,
That was deep.
it's heavy. It's a heavy burden, you know, the Newt sponsorship. But what I want to know is how in the hell did you come up? Matt, I think it's your concept.
Yeah.
Matt, I mean, I know that Lance is just the eye candy and the
eye candy when we're only on microphones.
he brings the chicks. Yeah,
Yeah.
The chicks go wild for
Face for radio.
That's yeah.
something about Lance's milkshakes and boys in the yard or something like that. But tell us, what was the nugget that started this whole
Oh,
Think-
the Genesis. Oh,
think-
just random conversation.
Think, drink, Disney, people? Get that in your head, Ascertainers fans. We talked about them a couple times before, but they're here. They're right here.
It's a hell of a plug. Thank you very much. I
Yeah.
appreciate you keep going back over
Well, of
that.
course, yeah. But
It's,
that's what we're. This is a community. We're podcasters.
Yeah.
And we could do one of those. We're podcasters. Sure, we drink till 5 in the morning. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
So tell us.
How did it start? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure because it was a bar conversation. It was just one of those random things where we were talking about random stuff, and for some reason, me and somebody, honestly, Lance, correct me if I'm wrong, it was either you or Jake.
I think it's like two different conversations on two different situations, and we both kind of came to the same conclusion
Okay.
of basically friends talking. Like, imagine if someone recorded us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And we, for some reason, I'm just such a humongous Disney nerd. It's just such a huge part of my life. We started talking about, well, what would we do if we made like a pop-up bar for Aladdin?
Mhm.
And we just started ripping off ideas, whether it was you and I or Jake from Pop Tournaments podcast,
Mhm.
and we were just started ripping stuff off. And I was like, this is a lot of fun. Can you imagine what people would, if people would listen to this? And they were, like, people around the bar were actually starting to listen to our conversation.
They're getting intrigued, and they wanted to hear more, and we kept on going. So off the cuff too, and the more drinks we, had down, it seemed like the more creative we became. Hence the drink part of the Think Drink Disney.
Well,
I'm assuming.
That's the thing, is other people started joining in, and they were like, oh, what about it like a genie
Yeah.
cocktail? It should be purple. And, like, other people started joining in. I was like, this is kind of a fun little creative thing to do while you're just, imbibing massive amounts of alcohol.
Mhm.
And, somebody should record this. And I eventually came up with a structure, which has evolved over the years, and hopefully gotten a little bit better. But that was the genesis of the whole thing, was just a couple of cats at a bar just talking to each other and being creative.
What was the day one of your first recording? Was that 2 years ago?
Day
or-
one of our first recording, I think that was
A year and a half now.
first week of August
Okay.
2022.
Two.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah.
It's like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Or
A year and a half.
A year.
It's only a year and a half.
Yeah, it's 2024 now, so
Oh,
a year prior, then 6 months would be a year and a half.
yeah, we don't do
It's okay. Hold on a
Math
second.
is hard.
we don't do math. I
Get
give
this
you a piece of
notepad real
paper.
quick,
I give
carry
you.
the one.
Is that a big enough piece of paper for you to break
So
down?
back
that?
on Thursdays.
Whatever you, whatever kind of witchcraft you used to figure out that was a year and a half ago. Did you have? I know that you have a. Well, no, I guess you do. I'd love to. People are going to want to know what you hear that may or may not happen today, but or what your other talents. But did you have a studio? Did you have to start from scratch? Did you?
Oh no, I started from scratch, absolutely, and it's
Okay.
set up in my dining room, which is a terrible place to set up a podcast. You got a nice little space down here. In my house,
The dojo.
the main floor of my house is 100% open. It goes from dining room to entryway to kitchen to living room to
Oh, you got a
stairwell,
little echo
and
action?
it's all one gigantic room.
Okay.
And so setting it up in my dining room was probably a terrible idea, which is why I've been messing with audio for so many years.
Holy shit, though! You guys are like, if you want to hear like what we aspire to, they're Think Drink Disney. Did I mention Think Drink Disney? Well, people like to hear this. See, like stuff like this you can't hear. This is probably going to drive Matt crazy. I'm just doing my whiskers on the
Still put your glass up like you're talking about at the bar.
Yeah, no, I can't have glass down here.
Mark and I are
It's
going to attack
It's like
you.
a hotel pool. You can't have glass in the basement. But or you can't run too. That's a thing. But yeah, your sound quality is just silly good. So
That's all
we
Matt.
appreciate that. Yeah,
yeah,
it's a lot of work.
Oh my god, the amount of work that he goes through. Because you think about like an average episode. I mean, conservatively like an hour and 20 minutes.
Finished product.
Finished product, yeah. I mean, rough material maybe 2 hours sometimes.
Yeah, two plus hours.
So you think about editing that goes through it. What would you say you do? Let's just say on an hour and a half finished product, how long would you say you spend on editing?
On editing, that's probably a 2 hour long finished episode. So that's probably between 20 and 30 hours of editing.
Similar to what I do.
career today.
You said minutes. You said minutes.
Feels my pain. I know he does.
I said 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, we try to be, we're kind of a rustic podcast.
Yeah, I love it.
There's something to be
Farm
said
to table.
We said about like the live version of a podcast where everything is in there and all those
That's
little
right.
like mistakes and starts and stops and whatnot.
Burps.
That is
Has
left
anyone-
in it,
Yeah.
and burps and
Has
cans
anyone ever
opening.
burped on your podcast that
No.
made the air?
Not that it made the air. No.
Yeah, see, that's probably the biggest.
It's the lip smacks that like drives him
Oh,
crazy.
that is my worst. pet
Ooh, do
peeve.
we do those? I don't know what lip
I don't
smack
think
is.
I don't pay. If anyone's gonna notice it's him, I don't care like at all. But I remember in the
Can you make a
earlier
lip smack? I want to see what you're. Is it like?
Yeah.
that,
or the that kind of stuff. Like he'll look at me. I can feel his eyes. Like, Lance, get away from the fucking microphone. Stop lip smacking.
You're a lip smacker.
How's swearing on this, by the way? Because I mean, I'm a very part of my vernacular is
Lance,
profanity.
so
There's
if you,
never been any cussing on our.
I don't
Oh,
know the.
good.
Yeah, that
Good.
we're also sponsored
well,
by
buckle in, Ascertainers.
the first
Eagle
time.
River Church. They're non-denominational, but they do prefer 20s.
You lost
Anyway,
the
I'm
church
just-
sponsorship.
So no, we swear a little. In fact, so I don't know the number of the episode, but our episode called "Your Digital Oasis" is where we did
Yeah.
our Think Drink Disney shout out,
Yeah.
and the origin of that shout out was how I like to listen to you swear. You're like Pavarotti, the way you can drop an Effenheimer, buddy. I mean, it's yeah.
I'm blushing. Yeah, I
I
wish
get
you guys could
goosebumps.
see it.
I
Yeah,
get
you know,
goosebumps.
is it warm in here? Or is it just my?
So
face?
if you
Yeah.
don't swear a lot on this
Yeah.
podcast, I'm gonna say we got
People
fucking
could question
rocked.
like that is not the real Lance.
Yeah, it'd be again AI. It could be a deep fake.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I got to take you, Jim, out to the woodshed and beat you with a fucking 2x4 for putting that in Lance's head.
That was a good swear.
Because I swear to God,
How'd you know that was my
It
thing?
did.
By the way, let's go.
It just
All right.
added it to my
Spoiler alert.
Everything that I have to take out of the podcast, I have to make sure now that it sounds natural
no.
because Lance heard that episode
A horse-
and he loved it and I loved it. I've listened to it like 15 times.
You
I got
got-
to admit, it was a great episode just because I was in it.
Horses
when
got to
you-
run, man.
And,
And Lance is
inflated that balloon of an ego when he was about his swearing, and now he swears so fucking much that I literally have to go in and take some out at a pepper grate so that it still sounds
Don't go
natural.
changing.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
And I love swearing. I do it all the time. It's part of my vernacular as well. I just pepper it in, and it's been a problem my entire fucking life because people think that I'm mad at them for it.
It's like
That I'm
that.
being
So
so
pathetic.
Now we got to take
It's
that
part
out.
of-
You
yeah.
know what we're doing. That's one too many F-bombs.
Exactly. It's just part of how we speak. Like you and I both, Lance.
Like a couple of
That's just
truck
how we speak.
drivers. Yeah.
But once you, motherfucker, heard that, you started swearing like a goddamn sailor, and I can't get him to stop, and it's all your fault.
God.
Well, tell me a quality you. We'll work on his, like, you know, get into it, the deep brain of Lance's.
Yeah.
Like, do you want him to stop lip smacking? Here, I'll work on that. I'll figure out a
There you
way
go,
to shout something
We'll
out.
put something there. We'll play Who's in My Mouth.
Well,
We'll hide the jelly bean. There's no losers. Jesus Christ.
There we go. Got a little whistle laughing.
so thank you very much for bringing that up because
All right. No, yeah, you just got a total like.
God.
Oh, what do we do next? Anyhow, a couple other questions. What's your favorite part and least favorite part about doing a podcast?
Lance, you want to start?
It's for me. Okay, I love some parts. I love the trivia the most for sure. I love Did You Know because that's the nuts and bolts of it. Really, it's all about, like you said, you like the information. Like
Yes.
You get to learn things that you maybe would have known or maybe did know and forgot, or maybe just things that are super interesting. Like that's what we try to find out. Sometimes there's so much information out there that we find, and it could be a 3-hour long episode because we want to keep talking about. Like I said, you can tell that we actually enjoy what we're doing.
Right. You want to get that information out. You're
Yeah.
trying to judge how much you can say without having people shut down.
Exactly. It's
After a while.
Exactly.
yeah, it's quality versus quantity kind of a situation, right? Because there is so much we could talk about, but like, what are people going to be interested in, right? But I know you don't understand this part, which we will obviously you want to talk about. I'm assuming maybe you have it written down for one of your questions about the concept bar. The concept bar is fun, but I love making the drinks. That's a chance for, because like there's one thing where it's finding the information and talking about the information.
So do we? So tell us the start. I could tell it, but why don't? So it's kind of equal parts, or
Yeah.
maybe 50% about the movie topic.
Yes.
And
Well,
then 25 of
it's
a
never that
concept
consistent.
bar.
That's the issue.
There's the concept bar, and then there are drinks that will be served that fit the theme at that bar.
Yep.
So, but I mean, it's not that I just don't get it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
No,
but,
and
but I
that's
know.
fine.
But hearing how this started, people that are, you know, that you guys both worked in. I worked at back of house at restaurants. I was
yeah.
never a front guy, right? So that doesn't maybe if I had that kind of perspective, it would be like, oh
Sure.
yeah, God, that's what. You know what I mean?
Well,
So it's just
yeah.
I'm in the wrong demo for that.
It's an ability to be creative. Like that's why I love making the drinks the most. But I mean, you thinking I'm in my 21st year in the restaurant industry. He was.
I retired after 20 years.
Yeah. So I mean, when you think about between the two of us, that's 4 decades worth of knowledge and I wouldn't say interest, but it's definitely experience, and that helps.
I wouldn't say interest.
But the
It's
maj-
not fun. Don't try
Well,
it yourself.
no one roll out of bed like, yeah, I want to be a cop at a restaurant. I want to be a server. You know, like no.
But the majority of people have that experience, right? That
Yes.
most people had a restaurant job,
Yes.
you know, and so to different degrees. So that's the part that just because I don't get it doesn't mean that it's not the coolest part of your thing,
Right.
So
Right. But
Well,
you
that's,
add
the thing.
like
That's why the sections. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're
Lance, but
fine, you're
that's
good.
why we sectioned it off in like quarter percentages. I think about 25% is like the intro and the nuts and bolts, like the statistics of the movie, the budget, that kind of stuff. And then we spend about 25% of it talking about the plot and what else do we do?
Although your brief synopsis of the movies,
all the as I see it portion.
yeah, as I see it,
Can I take back my answer? That's my favorite part.
that was the part I was trying to. Is that the part I was trying to do this
Yeah.
today?
That was really because you had said you'd like look at it, and Matt's upstairs. You're having a segment before we started. I'm like, Matt's gonna fucking love this, and it was
Matt,
great.
you don't gotta lie. Did you like that?
I really did. I really did. I was like, what is he doing right now? This is incredible. What
Okay,
a great turn of events.
he is lying.
I do have to say,
Like your voice went up. No,
on your earlier podcast, you said, "Well, people don't like the Did You Know," but that's what I find.
What everybody finds a particular part more interesting, which is why we keep doing them.
exactly.
Is some people like the facts and figures. Some people like learning more about the cast. Fuck, that's what I was getting at after the or after the
We
plot.
knew
The
we'd
plot
get
and the
there.
cast. Some people like learning about the cast, and holy crap, I didn't know that person that I've seen, play this role, voiced this, particular role in a Disney animation. And other people really enjoy the bar part. everybody's a little bit different, but I don't think anybody likes 100% of the podcast.
No.
It's good though. That,
I
mean,
do.
As long as you're listening, right?
Yeah,
You know?
as long as you tune in, I really don't care.
I've heard
Hopefully
every
there's something there
episode.
for you.
Yeah.
I like the turkey. I like the stuffing. I don't do yams.
Yeah,
exactly.
cranberry
Right
sauce,
on.
not my favorite.
Right
That's a
on.
great analogy.
Yeah.
Right on.
But
That's what we do.
he said, what
Fifth
don't you
episode,
like about
you got a good day.
Oh,
podcasting? I don't think I find anything I don't like about it.
I think that I don't think that I dislike anything about podcasting. It's just an opportunity to spend more time with, like I said, a friend. It's just you know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is.
That's what it is when it boils down to. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a little bit of research involved. We do a little bit of pre-gaming research and whatnot. But
Right.
it
What?
does take a little bit of
Yeah,
work.
that sounds
What?
great. All that shit you just said sounds great. Friends, research.
Research?
Yeah.
I saw Mark's research over there. It's I think it's a post-it note.
Is that a coaster
It's like
from
a
Newt?
3x. Yeah,
That's
the back of the menu. You stole that?
That's all of them. That's like not just today. That's like 40 episodes worth.
And most of it's bands for the radio game.
Oh, and it's from a hotel. So if you put a blacklight on that, ooh,
No,
boy.
it's got my
Jesus.
name on it.
Oh yeah, radio game. Let's make sure we do.
Oh,
that.
the radio.
radio
game,
game's coming up.
Okay.
Here's this is
Don't get Jim off script.
This
He
is
never
where-
goes
yeah.
off script.
This is where we bring it down, kind of like how Roy Firestone can make an athlete cry. Jerry Maguire, not gonna make me cry, right? You know, and then he gets him to.
Yep.
Here, this is. I don't know if you guys have ever had to deal with this, but how many Disney movies have been made?
Hundreds, literally hundreds.
Oh, so you're not gonna run out?
No, not a million.
'Cause
That was the first thing I did.
I wanted you to shit your pants. Go, oh fuck, man, we're
it's
well,
never gonna happen.
yeah,
we'll go
Especially
through summer,
because-
then we're toast.
Just because Walt Disney Productions has made hundreds, literally, I think close to 500 movies.
Oh, you're golden. Okay.
We're good there, but they also, excuse me, they also now own Lucasfilm. So we've got all of the Indiana Jones, we've got all of the Star Wars. They also own Marvel. We've
Indiana
got
Jones
all of
sitting right
those.
there in front of you.
They also own Pixar.
Doesn't it
We've
look
got
like
all
Harrison
of
Ford?
those.
A little bit.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, I dim the lights.
And I look like the guy from Modern Family.
what's going
so,
on?
Yeah, we've already talked about that.
He always says I look like Harrison Ford now when he's 90.
I was going to say, I don't think that's a compliment.
No,
He's still a handsome guy. Don't get
It's
me wrong.
very hurtful.
You're like, you're like Luke Skylimper because that's what because your knees. You know, yeah, anyway, was he Luke Skywalker? No, he was
Han Solo.
Han Solo. Well, that fits.
That's-
So-
You're gonna be Han Solo in this pocket. You keep talking shit to him.
That's right. Yeah, well, I think he's already fired one off after hearing Matt
He
talk.
can't watch.
I know I did, but
He
anyhow.
can't watch certain movies because he has
Oh, I got rules.
Rules.
Oh yeah.
more than 3 spaceships.
You
or
guys
one.
have? Are there certain movies
What?
that once you see the trailer, you're like, not gonna like that movie? Here's my things. If it's got more than one spaceship, no. If it's got more than 2 horses that aren't racing each other, no. If it's got more than 1 bow and arrow, no. So those are my bugaboos. That's what
I'm the exact opposite. Like, if it doesn't
Yeah.
have at least 1 starship, I'm not watching it.
which is cool. But I'm just saying that we're probably not going to go to the movies together.
I need at least 2 horses, and they can't be racing.
You have to have 2 horses.
It must be 2 horses, at least.
Yeah.
So you don't like Robin Hood? I mean, more than one bow and arrow.
I can't tell if you're fucking with me.
Prince
or
of
not.
Thieves.
Of course not.
What?
Like Dances with Wolves. If it was actual guys dancing with wolves, that'd be fucking cool.
Are you
But no,
talking about the
They were-
Kevin Costner one where
Yeah.
he has a
Prince of Thieves.
British accent for like half of?
Oh, he doesn't have a British accent. He's
He-
the only
oh.
motherfucker in that movie that doesn't.
Well, he-
Yeah, that's true. I was gonna say.
He tried
Kevin-
doing
Kevin
one like the
Costner really
first
expanded
5
his
minutes
range.
and then just gave up.
Well, okay, halfway. You're right. Yeah, it wasn't great. He didn't have a good dialect coach. If he did, he was fired. Like immediately following the the release of that film.
Dialect coach is like, this is how you do Robin Hood from New Jersey.
Right. But now we're talking about the Cockney accent from fucking Mary Poppins, right? Dick Van Dyke was atrocious, which he actually apologized for like fucking 40 years later.
Yes,
He's like,
he did.
and what was it? It wasn't even a Cockney coach, was he? He was from like fucking some other part of England.
Yes,
So
he
he even know, like he's like giving him pointers about how to talk in this accent, and he's not even from the fucking
Yeah.
same region
Like
of
somebody
England.
from South Dakota telling somebody else how to make a Texas accent.
Right,
work
like,
in
no,
film.
it doesn't
Yeah.
sound the same, yeah, but
Cock.
that's what he took from the
You were holding that one in for so long.
That's right.
Hey,
Just like my honeymoon.
Jim, where'd your hand go?
God, that balloon was about to burst for
Oh,
like
it's
2
right.
minutes as Lance was talking.
Lance, it's right there. It's just moving so fast it looks invisible.
Hey.
Oh, wait, cock.
Okay, who has less range as an actor? Include one of your own. Vince Vaughn or Kevin Costner?
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, yeah.
Vince Vaughn plays himself in every movie and
Exactly.
gets paid for it.
Yeah, so
He
that's
does
less
it well,
range of an
though.
actor.
Owen Wilson, you could throw him in there.
Also less range of it.
Watch Cell, was it Brawl in Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn.
Oh yeah, that one he does play a bit of a psychotic.
I've never even heard of that.
He was actually in Amityville Horror too. I think they remade that, and he was, I think, okay.
Vince Vaughn. was in
Wait,
the
no,
remake.
that's Ryan. That's Ryan Reynolds. Was the Amityville Horror remake? Yeah,
Shouldn't have done that.
yeah. I'd bet for that team. He'd be number
I
one
thought-
draft pick.
Yeah,
Sam.
no, he's on the. We have a list at our house.
Yeah,
Is
we
he?
do.
Is
You know about the list?
Is it like a hall pass, like with Chris? He's like,
Yeah. Well, here's it's a little
if he
bit
comes
like
in town, I'll tell you.
a little bit of a hall pass. You got Chris. It's an odd. I got three. I always got three on the list.
And they're all men.
They are all men. No. I did throw Lady Gaga on only in her role in this Versace movie. Anyway, but here's the deal. It's the if you're on the list, that means that you can break into my house and have sex with anyone in that house, and no one's going to say shit. So it's Tom Brady, Chris Christopherson, and it fluctuates. Fluctuates is a word between the Gaz and the Reynolds. So if your first name was Ryan, you got a fair shot.
Yeah.
getting
I
in
was
the
going to
house.
say something about the Ryan pervasiveness of that
Yeah.
list.
Ryan pervasiveness. That would be. You should become an actor. What's
And just
we got this next guy. His name's Ryan.
Ryan pervasiveness.
Ryan pervasiveness. I like him. I like the cut of his
I'm gonna
gym.
go with it. Yeah. So you say Chris Christopherson? Are you talking about Blade Chris Christopherson or A Star Is Born Chris Christopherson?
Yes.
Oh.
All of
the
them.
above, right?
All of
Yeah.
the above.
Little
Chris
salt with your
Christopherson is just so cool.
Yeah. He's a cool dude. He is.
I mean, I don't want him getting on your list. That way, when he comes in town. Excuse me. When he.
When he comes in gym.
Comes in town or comes
Oh
to town?
my, yeah. Oh.
Heaven's
Let's,
Gate.
Heaven's Gate. We get on that now. Oh,
Is that another
Chris.
euphemism?
Oh, yeah. It's not
It's
that
a-
good. But anyway,
Chris Christopherson.
Yes, I forgot he's in it. That's funny.
if you run out of Disney movies, you could do. It wouldn't be
It'll
Think,
never
Drink,
happen.
Disney, but it would be something, and you'd have to. All the words would be unk, and but anyway, they would. No, like you could just do a series on the people that Ascertainer Jim would let into his house, and just run rampant.
He almost said his
Pillage.
last name there.
I know I did. That's fine. My family doesn't listen. They've disowned me at this point. Although I had my mom on. That was fun to have my mom. Have you guys ever thought about having either your parents on?
I would, but my parents are annoying.
So is mine. No,
I'm just kidding.
My
I love my
mom,
parents.
my mom is annoying but that's her thing.
Right.
My mom, I know
That's
she
kind of
listens.
a defining characteristic of a parent, isn't it?
Yes, you don't want to be. I think I have a phenomenal relationship with my mom, and to say annoying because she cares about me and she
Exactly.
asks about
Yeah.
stuff. We have some pretty funny fucking stories that I'll tell you offline here, but I no longer talk to my mom about how work's going. I'll tell you about that later. Honestly, I don't
I was
want
going to say that's like an inside joke that nobody got.
Well, no, it's
tried to
once
force a
you hear
laugh
it,
there.
it's no, it's not supposed to be funny.
Oh.
It'll be for. We'll cut this part out, but anyway, why do you?
It's all you, Mark.
What do
It
you
was
say?
a
deal
grateful
with this
laugh.
later.
Yeah.
What do you say we do the radio game?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
let's do the
absolutely.
radio game.
Okay, so this is something I'm going to try to borrow from the Think Drink Disney guys to give a concise definition of the radio game, which I hope I gave you when you asked.
So I described it to Matt almost verbatim, and I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I wanted to confirm. So I wanted to have full clarity from you, like from the horse's mouth, essentially, before What give me a look?
No, I was
Oh.
burping off of my.
Here,
It
here's
gives
what
me
I'm
a
gonna
look
do.
sometimes if I'm too close or too far away from the
No.
microphone. That's what it seemed like.
No,
I
you're
just
doing
feel a
great, bro.
side eye. I'm like,
Keep it
am I
up, 2
close
thumbs
enough?
up.
What am I doing?
He looks-
What am I doing wrong?
He looks really stressed, doesn't he?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going.
that's just the way he looks.
I got my.
I've never seen a guy recline in a folding plastic chair before.
I'm
like that,
comfy.
Lance.
I'm
He's
good.
fucking
Get
into
out
it.
of the womb.
Beer to my left. That's right.
That's fine.
Which one?
Get a cigar.
Anyway, at what age did that happen? Anyhow, let's go with the radio game.
So you said
Here
you're
we
gonna take
go.
something out of our book though, like the Think, Drink, Disney.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do a clear and concise intro to the
Okay,
radio
yeah.
game.
so
Which
Lance
is
asked
not
me-
going well.
Yeah, we gotta break them
So
back
far.
in.
how are we doing? Lance asked me, can you try and explain the radio game so I can be 100% that I know what it is as well? I say, the goal of the radio game is to guess a song that will be on KQ when I grab the earbud. Mark and I usually pick 2 old school, well-known bands, and then 2 more obscure ones. Guests can pick any 4 bands unless you want to be a fucking legend. That's a quote.
Okay, I want to be a
And,
fucking legend.
yeah,
I got 3
and,
obscure
well,
bands. Yeah.
What was my response?
That's basically what I said to Matt. But I wanted to be sure, and then I said it's all part of the amateur hour aesthetic. And then Lance goes, "P.S. I am a fucking legend." So let's just see about that. With that said, I think that's probably as good an intro as we're going to get. As our guests, would you like to? We'll go one Think, Drink, Disney,
Okay.
one Ascertainer, and then we'll kind of crisscross applesauce that shit.
Works
Yeah.
for me. Yeah.
So kind of round table kind of thing.
So you'll first do your 2 legacy bands, as we call them,
Okay.
and then we'll fill in at the end with your long shots.
I have backups because it's a
As do I.
possibility.
But
Okay,
you, you do figure out who's got the more backups, because the one with the less backups should go first in case someone picks their
I have
band.
3 backups.
I'm good. We
It
all
doesn't
know
make it.
something. Yeah, no, it'll be
It's
fine.
top of my head. I'm pretty sure that I know enough bands that are going to be on.
Mark, you got to go
Taking
first. I
it.
got so
I'm
many.
so used to leading this stuff that it's super fun for me
Yeah.
to have somebody else lead the conversation. So
Yeah.
I prefer it if Lance goes first.
This is why I'm leaning back right now. I'm like so relaxed. I don't have to do much. So I'm going to start off with Bob Seger.
Very good.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
It's about time.
So, my
And-
dad's favorite artist. I feel like that was fitting, so I wanted to start with that.
Are you writing these down?
No,
Or are you
Uh,
just taking notes?
he's just
I'm,
I
no,
think we're
I'm
just
I'm
winging
doing
it.
mine. Oh yeah, no.
he doesn't
if you
figure
win, we'll
out
speak
his.
up.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
For
Okay.
sure not writing them down. I can't read my own writing over here. So, all right. What do you got?
Sticks.
Oh, it's on my list, but I didn't pick it. Anyway, go. And
Oh, are we doing 2? Or
oh,
are we doing
what did you do? You with Bob Seger? Did you?
He
I
just
thought we were
did
doing
one.
one each. Oh, do I do 2?
Yeah, do your 2.
Oh, so Journey then.
Oh,
He
Bob
wants
Seger
to
and
win.
Journey.
You remember the legend part? We'll put a small L on legend
Yeah,
if you win with Journey.
That
But
wasn't a
anyhow.
falsified statement, Jim. I stand behind what I said.
You're killing me.
ZZ Top.
ZZ Top also
Ooh.
on my list. I'm so glad I had backup bands. And
I went with Sticks.
What was the first?
Oh,
Sticks
thank
and
you,
ZZ
Sticks.
Top. Okay, good Scrabble scores. What say you, Matt?
Oh, that's right. I'm next. I'm going to go with the 2 popular bands first. I'm going to do Genesis, and I'm going to go with Guns N' Roses.
I think we're gonna
Oh,
get a winner today.
I think so too.
I'm going with the Cars and the Pretenders.
Okay, so then my 2 my 2 obscure ones.
Yeah.
Your legend picks.
Well, Dire Straits.
I don't know if that qualifies as a legend.
Well, no, I just really wanted to say Dire Straits. Shout out to Chad C. From Think, Drink, Disney as well.
Oh, yeah.
One of our best friends. Huge Mark Knopfler fan.
Good. Well, you know what?
I'm also.
While I agree with Matt, I'll allow it because of the shout out.
Absolutely.
So you're looking at a small L and an asterisk. But anyway, you go. You do you, Lance.
And then I was on the fence between 2, but I have to go obscure, so I'm doing Toto.
Nice.
I am going to go with Velvet Revolver.
Ooh, nice one.
Okay.
So do I get
Lou Reed?
Guns N' Roses, guys?
Yeah.
It's got,
When they broke up.
You
you
go. Guns N' Roses already got picked.
No, I went with Velvet Revolver.
But if Guns N' Roses, he wins. You went Guns N' Roses, right?
Yeah, but if it's over, it has Slash in it. It has like the
Exactly.
drummer
So,
too,
yeah.
doesn't it?
As Duffy or Duff
Duff
Duff, yeah.
McKeon.
Duff
and
McKagan.
the drummer from the Cult.
Oh, yeah.
If Velvet Revolver is on, I will through the neighborhood naked.
But it has Scott Weiland
Please,
singing.
God, play some
Hey, what's
Velvet
it number
Revolver.
9?
What's the number?
That's
Yeah,
right now.
with the request line. Shit, no,
This
no,
was
no,
live.
no.
Everyone requested.
So I get STP, I get the Cult, and I get Guns N' Roses.
Sure you do. Okay, this is a bad
Mark's
idea.
been doing this a while. He knows
I think
how to
this is
game the
fun.
game.
We're gonna cancel. Yeah, he won once. Okay, in 47 tries, he's won once.
I'm only
And he wasn't
doing
a
that
first
because
a first ballot guy either.
But
That's
he's
another
encompassed
thing.
I was
like
a first
18
ballot
people
guy.
for that.
Okay. Anyways, I only did
the
that
tape.
one because I'm doing Toad the Wet Sprocket for my second
Oh,
one.
what a genius pick.
So you
Oh.
picked 17 bands from the Suns. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So Toad the Wet Sprocket, what's their song?
Walk on the Ocean. Isn't it? Walk, yeah.
Pretty sure.
This
yeah.
is a comedy podcast, all right. That's good, Mark. That's cute. Yeah, Matt, what about you?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't like that look one bit.
Well, it was a confused look. You say
That look was the Cockney accent of looks.
he starts going off, and I never know if he's slamming me, if he's.
Yeah, it was there. Just to be sure.
What? Was that the name of the song? Walk on the Ocean?
I have no fucking clue. I've never heard of a Toad the Wet Sprocket song.
Oh.
I know Toad the Wet Sprocket, but I'm not 100% sure if you've got the name of the
Oh,
song
I
right.
thought he
But
knew, but he's making fun of me. But he doesn't know.
Well, that could very well be. I know. I think that's a great choice. I can't remember the name of
Thank
the
you.
song.
Walk
but
on the
it was-
ocean.
it
It's
wasn't Walk on the
2024, you guys. We have fucking smartphones. What is happening? It took us this long just to pick up our phone and be like,
We usually
Way
go to
over
the,
there, dude.
we
Like,
wait till Monday when the library opens and look our stuff up. But anyway,
Go look in the Dewey Decimal System. And see if you can
walk on
Toad
the
Wet
ocean.
Sprocket.
Well done.
Thank you.
All I want was another one.
Dewey,
too.
I'd like to fucking one guy in history.
Yeah.
Dewey Decimal. That guy. He's friends with fucking Ryan.
Gosling.
No, what's
Reynolds.
no
Pervasive.
I'm just looking at all the
Ryan. Ryan Pervasive, right? We're here with Dewey Decimal and Ryan Pervasive. What did you see out there? You chew a lot of gum out there, Ryan.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, what's your long shots, Matt?
My long shots. I'm gonna stick with Laura Branigan.
Oh,
On KQ.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not sure I've heard. Oh,
Laura Branigan has she had albums plural, but the one song everybody knows is Self Control, and you'll know it if you hear it. You don't know it now. I know
thought she was-
everybody listening is going to be like, "What the fuck is that?" But if you look up Self Control, Laura Branigan, hit the play on your Spotify, you're going to recognize that fucking song.
I know the song. You take myself control.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't she also do Gloria?
No, that was who did Gloria?
Patty Smythe.
Smythe, yeah.
No. There's different Glorias.
It's gotta
There's the Glori Gloria,
Yeah.
but there was Gloria. I think you got your number. we
Oh,
are not
yeah.
a singing one. I think that's Branigan, but that's okay.
That might be Branigan.
Cool.
Yeah.
Was that your second, or what was
No,
your
that was my
first?
first one.
Okay, what's your second?
Second one, I'm going to go with, fuck it. Let's say Kajagoogoo.
Kaja Gugu.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I had him for a Chilliwack man
Wait,
myself.
Do I have that look?
You,
It's the look, isn't it?
it's undeniable. But
Yeah,
anyhow,
I want to hear Too Shy. I want to hear a little, what's his name? Danny
Hush.
Elfman.
hush, hush,
Ooh,
guy to guy.
you love him.
All right. I'm gonna go with Badfinger and the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, Little Jackie Blue. Let's see what we got.
Wow. The suspense is killing.
Oh yeah, you guys should talk.
Yeah,
It is a
definitely
song.
gonna
I
fill
don't
this
recognize
empty-
it yet.
I can't handle empty air, so I'm just going to talk about absolutely nothing while you're checking this out.
That's our podcast.
It's like the Seinfeld of podcasts. We just talk about stuff.
Well, so far I'm.
Oh, it's Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark. God damn it!
Damn it.
All right.
Nobody got even close on that.
No. Why is
We
Bob
need a new
Seger?
battery. Look at this, like coming in from Tokyo. It
Yeah,
was
I think
not.
Blank's got the closest on that one. With
So I
Bob
guess-
Yeah.
Seger.
Is that how it works? Yeah.
Why
we'll
not?
go-
Yeah.
It kind of sounded like Bob. I wanted it to be
I
Bob.
don't know shit.
I want
We
to be
could,
fucking
if-
Velvet Revolver. What are you talking about?
Right before we sign off, we'll pop it in and see if it's not a commercial. This would be what would be called a second ballot. So that means you didn't get it on the first crack.
Oh, nice.
So that's not. It's kind of like winning, which I, by the way, have not won on any ballots. But I'm so fucking pissed. And I've had like crossed out Deep Purple when Deep Purple was on. Mark allowed me Journey one time, and I'm like, nope, I don't want it to be like that.
Oh, and it was Journey.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather lose that way than to win the other way.
That's a difficult
That's
game
not
to
true.
play, man.
It
All
is.
right.
It's a
Well,
difficult game to win, I should say. Not play. It's an easy game to play.
welcome to the. But I think people either love or hate the radio game. But we should talk to KQ about a sponsorship, and I don't know what we'd get out of KQ other than maybe they'd say, "Hey, listen to the Ascertainers, everybody."
Cross-plug would be good enough, yeah.
Right on. But since this is a music podcast and we are a slave to the format, what was your? I'm going to ask you both, so I'll just ask it, and you can answer in whatever order you would like. What was your first concert that you went to?
I saw Linkin Park at the Quest
Wow.
Club, I think is what it was.
Ooh, up in
2001.
Maplewood?
Minneapolis, I think. Is
Oh,
what
I
it
think
was,
in the
right?
Myth. Yeah.
Yeah. Quest Club was Linkin Park. They had Taproot, I think, as well, and one other band I can't remember. It was a long time ago, but yeah, Linkin Park was the very first band I ever saw live.
Is Linkin Park your do you listen to a lot of music?
I'm more into movies for sure. I mean, I love I can't clean my house without music. I can't do most things
So what
without
do
music.
you have like a particular I would consider Linkin Park kind of rock to post
rock alternative kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would say. Do I have like a specific genre of music that I
Yeah.
like? I am all over the board. I've always said if I can snowboard to it, I can listen to it.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Like I even at one point I had a snowboard playlist that I would listen to, and I threw in like some polka songs just to switch it up. But things that are
Yeah.
actually interesting and fun to listen to. But I mean, I love Slipknot, Tool, but I'm into Incubus, Sublime's one of my all-time favorite bands.
You're all still in the same genre.
You're pretty much
okay.
rock.
Bob
Yeah.
Seger. Okay, but I was raised on country, so I love Patsy
There
Cline.
you
I
go.
love Hank Williams. I love
Yeah.
George Strait. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter.
I don't know.
Does it bother you how country music is just
Become pop.
yeah?
It's like hip hop for
it's-
me then too, because
it's-
hip hop used to be good in the '90s, and now it's just like mumble shit, and I can't get in.
To
I
me-
can't get on board with it.
To me, country nowadays, modern popular country
Sure.
is it's basically pop songs with cut off flannel shirts. You know what I mean? It's not,
Yeah.
and they probably smell good. You know, I mean, it's not Johnny
can't have
Paycheck.
that.
It's not Merle Haggard. It's not. I just listened to George Jones, the Possum, the other day.
Oh wow.
What a voice!
Yeah,
and the
absolutely.
songs, like you really kind of wanted to fucking have a shot of whiskey just because of this poor fuck's
You know,
situation.
you know he
Yeah,
was
there we go. Let's put it down.
Oh,
he
hey.
was a heavy drinker.
Yes, yeah, he got off it then, and then of course his music wasn't as great
Right.
because that, So Matt, what was your first concert?
That's a
First one you
complicated-
remember?
Fair enough. I've actually
Way to reword that.
I've got two answers to that question. I wasn't actually at a concert, but I remember being in, and I'm sorry, everybody, going back to Disney again. I was in downtown Disney at a place that doesn't exist anymore called Pleasure Island with my parents the very first time they took me down to Disney, and the Beach Boys were playing an outdoor concert that we walked by. I didn't actually stay for the concert. At this point, Mom and Dad, if you're listening, take your headphones off, skip ahead 30 seconds. My very first concert was I snuck out of my house and went to a Nine Inch Nails concert because my manager at dating myself a little bit, the Suncoast Video that I was working at
Nice.
the time, could not go, and so she gave the tickets to me, and it was already late at night. The concert was starting in like half an hour. I had a car. I didn't own a car. I had access to a car, and I just didn't go home. I went straight to the fucking concert.
What were you,
and,
like high school age or?
I think it was 16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did
and,
you? Were the repercussions? Mom and Dad none the wiser, other than
I
today?
had no idea I came home late because
Statute of
To
limitations.
this day, now
Yeah.
that's why I said take off the headphones for 30 seconds
It's
because
a statute of limitations.
Yeah,
So I
sure.
fuck 'em. Just see if anyone's paying it. Anyway, lawyers are listening out there. But Nine Inch Nails. I would say the first time I met you, I would not have any difficulty believing that you were a Nine Inch Nails fan.
Absolutely. No, everybody looks at me, and that's what I give off. That's the aura I give
Yeah,
off.
and that's not a
100%.
bad thing.
And
It's just
I
that
love Nine Inch Nails. I love Ministry. I love Marilyn Manson, all that stuff. But those CDs, and again, CDs, dating myself a little bit, are right next to my Bach and my Mozart, my Tchaikovsky, my
There you go.
Mussorgsky, right next to Britney Spears and all these pop artists. I love them all. And I think everybody pretty much has the same answer, right? Everybody listening? Everybody has, okay, I love everything. You don't love everything.
Right.
You love something more than the next thing. But everybody, I think, finds something to like in every genre of music.
I think
except for me in country.
any
Can't stand it.
genre well played, I can appreciate.
Right,
Even like hardcore and stuff like that. It's like sometimes it's a little, it's more of an effort to like it, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like there's something in there. Crepes. The new Beyonce song that is really crossing over. There's people that are not Beyonce fans.
I
It's,
mean,
it's
Oh,
called,
the country.
it's called like Texas Hold'em or something like
Yeah.
that. It's supposed to be literally like an earworm, just infectious as hell.
Mhm.
So I gotta give that a listen. So maybe it'll be on KQ in a week. I don't
Hopefully
know.
that'll
Yeah.
be like Baby Shark for me. I've still never heard that song.
I've heard it only on Ted Lasso.
Oh God. Okay.
GB Shark. So-
Yeah, I've heard parodies of the song, but I haven't actually heard the song itself. And everybody tells me don't ever listen to that song.
Oh, because it'll
It'll get stuck in your head like the Nyan cat. Like it'll never leave your brain.
Like the what?
The Nyan cat. And
Tell me, educate me.
the-
I always say it gets stuck in your like a caraway seed. When you're eating a German potato salad, you can't get those little fuckers out. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the Nyan cat?
A Nyan cat is like this. I don't even know.
Bless you.
It's like a meme before there were memes. It's a cat with a Pop-Tart body. If you can imagine, like a cartoon cat with a Pop-Tart body that's like farting rainbows as it flies across the screen, and it's got a particular music that gets stuck in your head, and it just loops over and over and over again. I bet you if you look up Nyan Cat on YouTube or something like Nyan, Nyan Cat on YouTube,
I'm on
there's
it.
probably like a 2-hour-long video of
You've
this
made
fucker
the sale.
just flying across the screen farting rainbows.
I seek out shit to distract me from the rest of my life. Most people want to avoid
Is
it,
this
like
real,
running into
or
the
were you
fire.
just stoned to bejesus and made this up?
There may have been some, I don't know, psilocybin LSD or
Farting
something.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
No, he's Pop-Tart shaped body farting rainbows.
Farting rainbows.
Oh,
yeah. Not farting Pop-Tarts.
I
Well,
think
that makes sense.
Okay, I think it's just a
Ooh.
trail. It's actually coming out of its ass.
I gotta tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's more.
about
that's more
towels.
realistic.
It's leaving like a slug
Yeah,
trail
it's
of,
like-
of rainbows behind it.
Aw. That's and I hate to say I hesitate to say the bottom 5 things I would want to fart. Pop-Tarts is on that list.
Definitely.
They are
Makes
just
the list.
right out of the pack of shoe, not even heated. Like we're talking like the kind that will provide you will get lip smacking there. That's more like trying to get it off the roof of your
Oh
mouth.
God, don't do that on purpose.
His head almost throbbed. I can see it like bulging. a
He
little
sees
bit.
his future. He's editing it out right now.
I know, right? You peel me off the ceiling. This is
He's gonna
no.
Mark. I'm gonna need your garage code. I'm gonna break in into your laptop and edit that shit.
Why don't we wrap this one up and just do another one? Would that be okay with you guys?
Absolutely, yeah.
It'll the hey, all right. Wow, what a fascinating tidbit. I don't know what.
Watch you trying to wrap this up like a professional. Is absolutely
Yes.
great.
Oh, this is like me at age 11 at the trough at the Metrodome at the trough piss thing.
I know exactly.
Where
what
you're
talking
trying to pee and you look to your left and you're ball height with the guy next to you, and it's like, oh my God, how do I even? Anyway, and then I get stage fright, so now I have to wrap up
Yeah.
in front of Matt, and that's what.
No pressure at all.
Yeah.
But now everyone's watching
You
you.
can do this, man.
I know.
Did I just add pressure?
Yeah.
By saying no pressure?
You guys have seen the movie Waiting? Of course you have.
Yeah. Oh, great movie.
That
Yeah.
one guy's big hang up. Oh, I can't piss.
Oh, that's right.
That's me. Anyhow, this has been an absolute treat. We're gonna wrap this one up, and it sounds like the Think Drink Disney fellas are gonna hang around for one more bite at the apple. So we're gonna do another one. But
But thank you very much.
That'd be fantastic.
So far, it's been great.
So
so
far.
far,
Yeah, so far.
That's a good
No
way to
promises.
put
Well,
that.
I see a bottle of bourbon, so give us time. We'll find plenty of time to make mistakes.
Oh, we're gonna
Yeah.
fuck the next
Yeah,
one up
absolutely.
hardcore.
You're gonna hear
Oh.
a slight slur. It's like, that's last year Think Drink
Now that
Disney
we've caught our stride,
Yeah,
this shit's
exactly.
about to get real.
Oh my God,
Quit smacking your lips.
it's not my lips.
I was gonna say that's
wowza. Anyway, we're not gonna perfect we're not gonna stick the landing like the Think Drink fellas do, but we just want to say thanks to Matt and Lance for coming on.
Thank you.
Thanks for
And
having us.
this is as a standalone episode. This one will come to a conclusion, but we'll do another one after this, and then you know what? Maybe sometime down the road we'll get together again because this has been an absolute thrill. So thank you.
Thank
fellas.
you.
Likewise,
Yeah. Oh yeah,
thank
count
you
us
for
in
having
next
us on.
time.
Yeah, thank you.
100%.
Cool. Think Drink Disney, Ascertainers, taking over the world. Peace out.
Contact us at the ascertainers@gmail.com.
And go to Newt's, mother trucker.
Bye.